You can see where the Hawks rank in the league stats over the last 10 games. Second in assists, third in steals, and they also show up top 5 in team field goal percentage. That's excellent. Actually, that's elite level.
Yeah, and Clark, let's go back to the assists for a second. I mean, this is what makes this team good, I think, right now. They're sharing the ball. They're getting great ball movement and spacing, and they've become so efficient offensively that they've become a nightmare to guard.
Just 5 on the clock. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the baskets from Williams. Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, you remember when Deron Williams first got to the Nets, it was kind of a big... Air coverage on that roster, and now a totally different story. He doesn't have to carry this team because he has so much more help.
Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Number 5, the Hawks.
Well, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
And you know, Deron Williams' usage rate has fallen off quite dramatically over the last 3 seasons. There's not nearly as much asked of him offensively, and I think that sits well with Deron Williams at this point in his career.
From deep. Another miss by Williams.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Brown jams it in.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Well, guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And Deron Williams struggling with ankle issues over the last handful of seasons, Steve. Cortisone shots, platelet shots, he had it all.
Yeah, the Nets hoping if they can reduce that load on him that finally the ankle troubles will be a thing of the past, but we'll see. He's getting to that age where it may be a chronic thing.
T dishes to Korver. Takes a 3.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Some changes for Brooklyn. Plumlee, he's checked in for Young. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Williams.
Thaddeus Young is a left-hander out of Georgia Tech. Only played 1 year in college, and has really rounded into a nice pro. He's a very unique player. He's a face-up, slashing power forward with a lightning-quick first step. He's really hard to keep in front.
Anderson, he's checked in for Brown. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Schroeder's checked in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And Lopez throws it down.
Up strong off the offensive rebound.
What a play. They can cut this lead down if they start converting more of their second points.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, but you wonder, where were those earlier? They're just hustling more now. What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
And Thaddeus Young able to outquick most of his opponents, especially Steve in transition.
Yeah, nice spin move getting to the rim and a creative finisher in close. He's got the hook, the scoop, the floater. This guy's dangerous in a lot of different ways.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Johnson outside. And the pass to Anderson. And Jack kicks to Anderson. Johnson wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
Good.
They've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Here's Schroeder from outside off the mark. Here's Jack. Can't hit. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Atlanta up by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Here is Williams. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. Mike's got out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Muskawa in at the 5. Teague against Williams. On the wing, Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Young kicks to Brown. It's intercepted.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assist goes to
Korver's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hawks. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Nets. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And thank you for that, Doris. And Coach Budenholzer, two-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But, you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
Williams from outside. Plumlee, no luck.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
The shot by Carroll, no good.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Bogdanovich passes to Williams. Young dishes to Brown. Good on the triple. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Lopez comes in for Plumlee, and it's Johnson in for Bogdanovich. And then for Atlanta, Horford comes in for Muscala. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for Mike Scott.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
And Young kicks to Williams. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
They get a hand on it. Carroll dishes to T. He wants to get the Millsap and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's the break. Up the floor. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Johnson.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Pass to Carroll. He kicks it to T. Lets the 3 fly. There's the dish to Korver. This one for 3. Outside Teague. Carroll with the 3. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And here's Korver from the arc. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 14. And here's Brown outside. That's good.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Millsap with it. Here's Carroll. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Morris. Offline. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they